library. And Kendra, you say Kate has a lot to offer today.
Yes, we've got a lot of stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks, but Kate's got a great list of what we've got going on. But I just wanted to highlight tomorrow we've got our story time, but it's going to be a special story time because we're going to have the Clinton Fire Department and they're going to have their trucks. So if you've got kiddos that like trucks, please come on down 10:30 to 11:30ish and see some fire trucks.
Okay, so I would imagine in the parking lot just to the west of the library then?
Correct. Yep, we'll be meeting outside, and I think so there'll be a fire truck, and I don't know if there'll be an ambulance too. I would assume, but I think that's just if it's available or not.
So what book are we going to read? We're going to get one tied in with the fire department?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
So we've got several, because the firefighters usually end up reading a book
Right.
too. And Liz kind of likes to poke fun because it's usually like the newbies that kind of get
Yes.
forced into it.
Yes.
So there is a potty training book that say like even firefighters go potty that she usually makes them read. I don't know if she's going to make them read it this time.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, we have a lot of great firefighter related
Okay.
books, so I'm sure
Sounds like that'll be fun. So that's tomorrow at 10:30.
Yep.
All right, very good. So Kate, what do we all got?
Yeah, and also tomorrow happening at 2:30, we're launching a new program with Brittany Costello, who is Miss Pearl City, and teens are invited to make DIY Plarn bags out of like plastic bags. So that's going to be really fun. That's happening tomorrow at 2:30. And then next week we have a lot going on. On Tuesday, June 25th, we have a class called Learn How to Compost, where you'll learn how to compost from the Iowa Waste Reduction Center, which is housed at UNI. And we have 2 sessions for that, so 2:30 to 4 and 4:30 to 6. You do have to register to attend. And then next Wednesday, we have another really special story time. Our story time is happening at Riverview Pool. So that will be really fun. 2 sessions for that, 9:30 to 10:30 and 10:30 to 11:30, and you do have to register for that. And happening Wednesday night next week, we have our first market music from 5 to 7.
Who's going to be performing?
It is going to be Forrest McCurran. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly.
Okay. So what
Yeah.
kind of music does he sounds like a folk artist? What are we talking about there?
I'm really not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
we
you
should
know, Kendra?
No, we should ask Jeannie.
Yeah.
What kind of music? We'll have that for you next week. We'll
All
make
right.
sure to ask Jeannie.
Well, you're not here
what
for
it
2
is.
weeks.
Oh, for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
Okay.
right. You won't
Wow.
be here till the 25th.
Well,
So
come on
people-
down to see, to
Yeah.
hear what
Figure it out.
music will be playing.
So what time does everything go for the market music? What time's that all start?
It's from 5 to 7 next week. It's usually 5 to 7, all market musics, except I believe when the River City Municipal Band plays, they'll play from 5:30 to 6:30, and that's happening in July. So usually 5 to 7 during the farmers market.
Okay, they must not have an extensive playlist like some of the other artists do. I'll have to get on Greg Obrin about that.
So I looked up Forrest, and
Okay.
you're right. He is a folk singer.
Well, it sounded like it, just the
Americana
name.
country folk songwriter from Missouri.
Well, there you go. That'll be
Yeah.
he's all from Missouri. That is great. So, any idea how you decide on who the artists are going to be? Who makes that decision?
Jeannie, who is our genealogy department specialist, but she does a lot of our adult programming too. She goes researching. She takes feedback from other folks. I think when she goes out with her girlfriends and sees different groups, she kind of makes a mark in the back of her mind to reach out to them. But we really try to also highlight local artists, but we try to get people we haven't heard from before, because it's fun to hear different artists.
So, Jeannie with genealogy.
Jeannie with genealogy. Yep.
That first thing you were talking about with the plastic bags, I think that's a great way to recycle things.
Yeah, it is, and it goes along with our summer reading theme, which is Read, Renew, Repeat, which emphasizes sustainability, and Brittany does a lot of work within the sustainability realm, so yeah, it'll be fun, and teens anymore are really interested in fiber arts, that's very in right now, I guess. So it'll be kind of a fun opportunity for folks to do something different with a group.
I guess so. Again, visiting with Kendra and Kate. So How is the challenge coming along? How are we doing against the other Clintons? Are we holding our own at all in this?
Yeah.
We are stomping.
We're doing
Really?
really, really well.
Wow.
Yeah, I just calculated our third week, and we have 70 people participating, which is just incredible, and 11 staff members. So about 80 total, give or take, and counting, because some people probably will wait until we're further along. But both weeks we've been in first place, and our standing for week 3 will become available, or we'll announce it tomorrow. So yeah, we're doing really well.
And so for our listeners who don't know what we're talking about, there is this reading challenge going on with some other libraries in towns named Clinton.
Yes.
This is the first year for Clinton, Iowa, right?
Correct.
And you guys are off to a great start.
We are.
So if people would like to be involved and maybe help us win this thing, how can they best do that?
So we do have paper logs if people like to do more analog and paper, but you are also more than welcome to visit our website. We have a tab, Reading Challenge, and it links you to a Google form, and each week is listed in a drop-down menu, and all you have to do is put in your name, your email, indicate that you are indeed 18 or older, because this is just for adults.
Okay.
And it's easy as pie.
Yeah,
And then
and-
we receive it in a spreadsheet. So
And it doesn't matter what you read. I mean, does it have to be a book? What about a magazine? What if I got Reader's Digest? What would happen?
Magazines count, audiobooks even count. The only thing that doesn't count really is subtitles to movies or TV shows. That's where we're like, okay, that doesn't count, but really anything else does.
Okay,
So
well,
your newspapers, your magazines, books.
well, you guys are doing great then. And that'll
Yeah.
continue all summer, or you wrap up in August?
Through Labor Day.
Yeah.
Okay, so on.
It's a Memorial Day to Labor Day
Okay,
event.
very good. All right, we got a couple minutes left yet in the program. What else we got to talk about? Anything?
Are you reading anything currently, Kate?
Well, there you go. That's always my question. That's good.
I just finished Emily Henry's most recent book called Funny Story. It was cute. It was a cute little rom-com, and I just started a new book called The Paper Palace. I'm not sure the author's name, but it was a Reese's book club pick a few years ago, so I'm late to reading it, I feel like, but I'm reading it now, and it's pretty good, yeah.
What about you, Kendra?
So I'm kind of in between books, but I'm kind of bummed that she doesn't read it herself, but I do have Britney Spears' memoir, The Woman in Me. And what I really like about audiobooks, especially for memoirs, is usually the author narrates it, but she did share in the foreword that it is just a little too much because she went through a lot of trauma being, a child star and all of the things that she dealt with her mental health back in, 2007 when she shaved her head. So she just narrates the foreword and then another woman takes over. But
My daughter's a teacher, and she read that book when it
Yeah.
first came out. She said it was very good, and she does a lot of reading, which you would hope a teacher would.
yes.
Yeah.
So again, the summer just getting started. A lot of things going on. First Market Music again coming up when?
That is happening Wednesday, June 26th, from 5 to 7 p.m.
Okay, well, great. And you guys are going to be back in on the 25th, so we can talk more about
Yeah.
that. Again, if people would like to find out more about our library, how can they best do that, Kendra?
You can visit us at our website, which is clintonpubliclibrary.us, and you can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at IACPL, and you can always give us a phone call at 563-242-8441.
And finally, how are things going up there in the North End?
Oh, great. The Friends have been having great sales. Everyone's been really impressed with how much space they've been having up there. The compost program we're actually going to have up at the Lions building. So it's going really well.
Glad to hear that. Hey, thank you both for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Check of the weather now is being brought to you by Kelly Heating and Oil.
A heat advisory continues for your Tuesday. We're expecting mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Temperatures once again heading for the mid-90s and feels like temperatures near 100. For tonight, increasing clouds. Can't rule out a stray shower or thunderstorm.